Hello football fans and welcome back to Footy Today, your go-to channel for all the latest football news and trending stories. We got 4 interesting stories to cover in today's video, which are: Chelsea are ready to accept that they will make a £66 million loss on goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga, Tottenham have got in touch with Manchester City regarding Jack Grealish, under pressure manager Steven Gerrard is being tipped for a return to a former club, and Roberto De Zerbi threatens to quit Marseille in a furious rant. Before we get into the stories, we'd really appreciate if you could help us out by clicking the like button, subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell notification icon so that you never miss a video. Also, drop a comment below as we want to hear your opinions and it will help shape future videos. Okay, let's get into the news. Chelsea's goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga could be leaving for just £5 million next summer, a huge loss when you consider that Chelsea paid £71 million for him. This season, Kepa's on loan at Bournemouth after a brief spell at Real Madrid last year. Now he's at the Vitality Stadium, putting in decent performances but falling short of the world record expectations attached to his transfer. With Bournemouth Stadium holding fewer than 12,000 fans, it's a far cry from the pressure-packed crowds he faced at Stamford Bridge. Before his move to the South Coast, Chelsea extended Kepa's contract by a year. This was essentially a business move as they wanted to avoid losing him for nothing next summer. Although Bournemouth doesn't have an obligation to buy him, they might still consider making his move permanent. The new contract with Chelsea reportedly includes a £5 million release clause, making it affordable for Bournemouth or another club to swoop in. While Kepa initially hoped to stay at Real Madrid, they weren't interested in a permanent deal. Right now, it's too soon to know where Kepa will land, but returning to Spain remains a possibility. It seems that Kepa's days at Chelsea appear to be over. Head coach Enzo Maresca has shown faith in Robert Sanchez as his number 1, despite some fans calling for Philip Jorgensen. It's clear to see that Kepa is simply not in Chelsea's plans anymore. Reports are suggesting that Tottenham Hotspur is eyeing Manchester City's Jack Grealish and are hoping to bring him to North London in the upcoming transfer window. Manchester City spent a whopping £100 million to sign Grealish from Aston Villa back in 2021. After a rough first season, he really came into his own, helping City win the Champions League, Premier League and FA Cup in the 2022-23 season. But despite his incredible form, it hasn't been all smooth sailing for Grealish. The last 18 months have been challenging, with Grealish struggling to hold on to his spot due to new arrivals like Jeremy Doku and Savinho, plus injuries have kept him from finding consistent form this season and he's yet to score in 7 league appearances. Rumours are swirling that Manchester City is open to selling Grealish as they look to bring in another high-profile winger. Former Manchester United scout Mick Brown weighed in saying, "I'm not sure about Grealish's future at City. With the squad depth they now have, he's facing even fewer starts. If City does sign someone new, they may look to move him on to make room and balance the budget." According to Football Transfers, Spurs sporting director Johan Langer has been in contact with Grealish's team about a potential move. Langer and Grealish go way back to Langer's time as Aston Villa's sporting director, where he helped negotiate Grealish's move to City. Their strong relationship could make Spurs an attractive destination for the winger. Spurs are keen to add some depth for both Son Heung-min and James Maddison, and Grealish could be a versatile option to strengthen both positions. It's reported that he even considered joining Spurs over the summer but chose to stay and fight for his spot at City. Steven Gerrard could be making a surprising return to one of his former clubs. The Liverpool legend and current manager of Al Ettifaq in Saudi Arabia is under pressure after his team dropped to 12th in the Saudi Pro League. Al Ettifaq have only managed 3 wins in their first 12 games, leaving them just 4 points above relegation, and rumours are swirling that the club may consider parting ways with him. Gerrard is widely regarded as one of the best midfielders in Premier League history. He made over 500 appearances for Liverpool and earned 114 caps for England. Since retiring in 2016, he tried his hand at management with a successful stint at Rangers, where he led them to an unbeaten season and a Scottish Premiership title in 2020-2021, ending Celtic's league dominance. Rangers, however, have struggled to keep up that momentum. Currently 3rd in the league and facing a 12-point gap from leaders Aberdeen, the club has come under fire and head coach Philippe Clement is reportedly on the hot seat. With all this going on, former England star Danny Murphy has hinted that a Gerrard return to Ibrox might not be out of the question, even if it would be challenging to replicate his past success there. Scottish football legend Chris Sutton recently questioned why Rangers are sticking with Clement, criticising his leadership and saying the team lacks direction. He's not the only one who thinks Rangers could benefit from a fresh approach, and Gerrard's name continues to pop up in discussions. Roberto De Zerbi has dropped a bombshell at Marseille, openly saying that he would leave just after 5 months in charge. Following a strong start to the League One season, Marseille have hit a rough patch, losing 3 of their last 6 games. Friday's 3-1 home loss to Auxerre was the final straw for De Zerbi, who in a heated post-match conference shocked fans by announcing he'll be willing to walk away. Marseille's defeat to Auxerre was tough to watch. They were 3-0 down by half-time, and while Mason Greenwood managed to score in the second half, it wasn't enough. Greenwood, along with Premier League players like Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Neal Maupay, were some of De Zerbi's high-profile signings this summer, brought in with hopes of elevating the team's performance. De Zerbi didn't hold back, taking full responsibility for the defeat and calling out his team's struggles at home. In his own words, he came to Marseille to experience the velodrome, but if he's the issue, he says, he's ready to leave. No payout, no drama. He stressed, playing here is a privilege, and if I can't inspire my players, I have to face the reality. It's clear that De Zerbi's ambitions go way beyond the standings. He's passionate about more than just winning. He wants his players to fight and show personality, especially at home. Despite a rough run, De Zerbi praised his team's performances on the road, particularly against tough teams like PSG, Montpellier and Toulouse. With an international break coming up, De Zerbi and his squad have a moment to regroup before facing Lens on November 23rd. It's a crucial match for Marseille, especially as they've struggled to perform at home in recent weeks. Marseille fans will be eager to see if De Zerbi stays and leads a turnaround or if he truly walks away from the project. That's it for today's Footy Today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your thoughts on these stories. Also, be sure to check out our previous videos where we cover even more breaking football news. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time with more football news and updates.